Election day is closing in, and lots of folks are feeling the stress in a variety of ways. Health officials say that election anxiety is a real thing and can have a significant impact on physical and mental health. To learn more, we welcome Louise Fong with DeNova Collaborative Health. Louise, good to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
Election anxiety, is this like a form of chronic anxiety? What are we talking about here?
So election anxiety is going to be just like your regular anxiety, but it's going to be exacerbated or made worse by the election time in particular. So during the election season, that's going to be the stimulus that is going to make us a little bit more worried, more anxious, and more prevalent during the election season.
So basically, what triggers a wide range of emotions, these sorts of things?
Correct. It's going to be triggering a wide range of emotions such as irritability, worry. It's going to be one of the hallmarks. Not only those ranges of emotions, but we can also be seeing difficulty with concentration, difficulty in our relationships, difficulty in our productivity.
Kind of suggests that politics is a form of chronic stress, huh?
It would suggest so.
Okay, so differentiate then election anxiety with general anxiety. Is there a difference, or is it just general anxiety because of politics?
It's going to be general anxiety because of politics. It's going to be defined mostly by it's still going to be the basic fear of the unknown, but at the same time, it's going to be worrying about the future of the country, worrying about who's going to get elected, worrying about how the policies are going to be affecting our day-to-day life.
And I would imagine, and I think I've actually read this, that the underlying sense of cohesion, just the idea that we're all in this together, we're all one and the same, politics kind of suggests we're not maybe all one and the same. That's a factor, is it not?
It is, but actually with political anxiety, it doesn't matter which political affiliation you're heading towards. It's still going to hit us. There's some an interesting study by the American Psychological Association. In 2016, there was 52% of Americans who were experiencing that political anxiety. 2020, that number went up to 67%. And this year, I believe the latest numbers are about 69 to 70%.
So this is basically an increasing phenomenon, isn't it?
It is.
Okay, is that because of the 24/7 news cycle? Is it because of social media? I mean, you can just go nuts on a general day with social media, but with this going on.
Absolutely, it's all of the above. Having more and more exposure is great because it lets us stay informed, but at the same time, it's a constant barrage, a constant stimulus of information and decisions and different things that we have to think about and worry about.
So with that in mind, limiting time on social media, limiting time being exposed to politics has to help.
Absolutely. Being able to limit your time to maybe 5-10 minutes in the morning, 5-10 minutes at night. That way you're in the know, but you're not overly saturated with all this information.
I was going to say, well, what about the anxiety of the fear of missing out? I mean, that's half the battle there when you're fighting social media.
Absolutely. But that's why you're limiting yourself to those 5 minutes in the morning, 5 at night.
Yes.
Like, you already know what time you can be expecting your information.
The impact on overall physical health from this. What do you see? What do you hear?
So the impact of anxiety with physical health is going to be that decrease in sleep. So sleeplessness, restlessness, having a little bit more irritability, less frustration tolerance, being more easily stressed. Sometimes that can manifest itself with a change in appetite. These are all things that we're seeing from patients who are coming into DeNova to have this anxiety taken a look at.
As far as an antidote, aside from knocking it off with so much, involvement with politics and social media and such, what do? Do you get involved in community affairs? Do you try to find a hobby or accent the hobby that you have? What do you do?
All of the above. Some of the things that we would do is things that would improve our own self-care, whether that's finding a hobby that you're enjoying with your family member, finding an activity that's very calming and relaxing, or maybe even that takes place in the term of meditation. So these are all activities, physical activity, exercise, sleep is going to be a really good one.
Yeah, if you can get it.
If you can get it. And then if you are trying these things and it's not helping, knowing when to get help can be like a big solution as well.
Interesting. And as far as self-care is concerned, again, does it differentiate much from general anxiety?
Not particularly. In fact, with political anxiety, it's going to be brought on more during this political period. But in my time with DeNova, I've seen that sometimes people are coming in for that political anxiety. And then the more we dive into things, we're noticing that there was an underlying depression or an underlying generalized anxiety. So it's the proverbial straw that broke the camel's back.
Interesting. Yes, you can. It may be a good thing that you come in with this anxiety because you can find out what else is bothering you. Last question here.
Sure.
Do you find anxiety? Common sense would dictate that if you're on the losing side, or if you're on the side that you think you're going to lose, or you just can't imagine the other side winning, that would be more anxiety than the winning side. Is that what you find?
That is one of the things that we're finding. Although we are noticing too that as the election is over, in the months after that, the anxiety tends to subside.
So everything works out for the best, huh?
It'll work out, and hopefully people are making sure that they're addressing their mental health.
All right, Luis, we'll take your word for that. Luis Fong, good to have you here. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.